Hi, and welcome to my fourth programming tutorial for noobs on C Sharp. So now you have now an open window, and in your window you'll see code here. Just ignore all this code using, and you see over here. So wow, what does this all mean? What means using, and what means namespace, and what means class program, and what means this, and what's all these parentheses. They sound confusing, but when you start off you have to ignore all this, because if I'm going to start teaching you, you might get confused. So the best way to teach you is you see this place where it says public. You see this place that says public static void main? In this public static void main, string args, you're gonna see this brackets here. When you click over this, you click over this, it highlights here. That means that the code starts here and it ends here. Okay? So not to confuse you, where it says public static void main or static void main, whatever it says by you, you go in between. You count two brackets. That's this and this. That means, just leave this alone, just space. That means this and this are a set. That means the program opens here, reads, the computer, the CPU, is going to go directly to the place where it says public static void main, and it's going to start reading the code, whatever you write in between these two squiggly braces. But if you're going to write code here, the computer is going to ignore it. The computer is not going to know what it is. You can't write code here, you can't write code here, and you can't write code here. You can only write code in here. Now, that's not exactly true, but for simplicity, I just want to make it that way. Later on, you'll teach yourself where you can put code, where you can allocate code, where, what, and when, how to design. There's so much in code. So let's get our hands dirty, and let's start writing some code. So the first thing I'm going to write is console dot write line. So you're going to be writing now. I'm going to wait a few seconds. I want to see you writing console dot write line, and this curly brace this way, and the curly brace this way, and the semicolon. So, and everything has to be it's case sensitive. So if you write console.writeLine, it's not going to know what it is. The computer is not going to know. It's going to give you a red line underneath. It does not know. The name console does not exist in the current context. It's not a piece of code. So you're going to be asking, how am I going to remember all these codes? I'm going to write console, this and that. Well, 99% of programming is not remembering. It's basically knowing your pattern, making a pattern of your stuff that you know already. A lot of programming is you don't have to remember a lot, I guarantee you. This you might have to remember, but a lot of it you don't have to remember. Okay, so I'm going to be writing console.writeLine, and underneath I'm going to be writing console dot read line. Everything should be case sensitive. And now what this is gonna do is whatever you write in here, in between this parenthesis and this parenthesis, it's gonna print out to the screen. So every first programmer writes hello world. That's a convention. If you want to write something else, you could go and do it, but I want to write hello world. And over here on top, you're going to see the start button with the nice green triangle. I'm going to hover over it and click start. And what it's doing now, when it's clicking start, basically what it did is, the program went and read everything that's in public static void main, and it checked between public static and void main, in between these two curly braces, and right over here the computer starts reading the code until here. Right by this place the computer shuts off. So now you can ask a question, why do you need to write all this code on top? That's not for now. But remember that. Just ignore what says on top. Whatever it says in between here and here, the computer is going to read. So the computer went, you told him the first instruction. The first instruction is write out console.writeLine, write line to the console. This is called a console. It's very simple English. Write line, you should write to it, hello world. Yes? So basically, let me write it again. Console, you see, whatever it says in between here and here, the instruction, what it said, it printed out. Okay, simple as that. So now you had made your first program. You could test what you could put in here and play around with it. Maybe you could put ABC and see what it writes, ABC, and see what it prints out. Maybe you want to take this and copy it and paste it again here and see what it does. Maybe you want to change it around a little, tweak around a little, and play around with it until you feel comfortable. And by the next tutorial, I'll be showing you how to do more programming and get more advanced. So if you like this video, please subscribe. Thank you.